Hi, welcome back to the Mathemagic channel. Today we look at the LCM and HCF. This method is called the shelving method. It's super quick, super useful. Let's try it. So typically speaking, when we have to find the HCF of two numbers, we're looking for the biggest number that is going to be a factor of the two numbers we're looking at. And when we're looking at the LCM of two numbers, the lowest common multiple, we're looking at a number that both of the numbers would multiply into. There are a lot of techniques we can use for that. The first one is logic. A lot of the time you could look at the two numbers and figure it out just by looking at them. Sometimes you can't because the numbers are a little bit difficult, and this is why you need a technique. And so for the main techniques that you can use to do this, you could have prime factorizations, which is the classical way to do it, or you could look at Venn diagrams where you separate the two numbers into their components, putting different factors into Venn diagram bubbles. Or you could have this shelving method. And the reason why the shelving method is so good is because immediately you find the LCM and the HCF without having to work too hard for it. So let's jump right in and see how we do this. If we look at two numbers like 48 and 100, we can write a little grid here, and we're going to write the 48 and the 100 in the top of our grid and look at a common factor that divides 48 and 100. Now, because these are both even numbers, we know that they're divisible by 2, so that'll be our first step. We'll divide by 2, and 48 divided by 2 is 24. 100 divided by 2 is 50. Now we notice that 24 and 50 are even, and so we can divide by 2 again. So let's do that right now. We divide by 2, write a 2 on the left hand side. We're left with 12, and 50 divided by 2, which is 25. Now when you look at 12 and 25, 12 is made up of 4 and 3, 25 is made up of 5 and 5. They have no common factors left. So we're pretty much done with our little shelving method. And the HCF, the highest common factor, is going to be the two numbers in the left-hand column, which are the two blue numbers, which I'm circling for you right now. So 2 times 2 is the highest common factor of 48 and 100. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 divides 48, but it also divides 100. And so this is the biggest number that will divide both 48 and 100, which is why it's common to both. Now for the lowest common multiple, we're going to take those two 2's again, but we're going to multiply those by the 12 and the 25 as well. And so by taking the 2, the 2, the 12, and the 25, we actually find the LCM right away, which is why this technique is so amazing. So the lowest common multiple of 48 and 100 is actually 2 times 2 times 12 times 25. Now 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 25 is a block of 100. And then 100 times 12 is 1200, 1200. So 48 will go into 1200, and 100, of course, will go into 1200. We can practice this and try another question. So here are some other numbers. How about 42 and 63? Okay, let's do our grid again. Let's put the 42 in one of the columns. Let's put the 63 in the other column. Now 42 and 63, they're both in the 7's times table. So it'd be nice to divide these two numbers by 7. And 42 divided by 7 is 6. 63 divided by 7 is 9. Okay, 6 and 9 are definitely divisible by 3. 6 is even, 9 is odd, so that'll be the only divisor. So we can divide by 3, and then we're left with a 2, and we're left with a 3 here. And we're pretty much done because 2 and 3 have no common factors. So the two blue numbers, 7 times 3, those are going to be our highest common factor. So we're going to circle those two. So 7 times 3, there we go. 7 times 3 is the highest common factor of 42 and 63. And for the lowest common multiple, we'll take the two numbers on the left and the two numbers at the bottom. So the 7, the 3, the 2, and the 3. And we're going to multiply all these numbers, and we're going to find the lowest common multiple. So let's do that. So it'll be 7 times 3 times 2 times 3. So 7 times 3 is 21. 21 times 2 is 42. 42 times 3 is 126, and 42 fits into 126. It's 3 times 42, and 63 times 2 is also 126. So 126 is definitely the lowest common multiple of 42 and 63. And so this shelving method is really amazing because it gives you the HCF and the LCM immediately, which is super, super quick, and we're very happy when we can do mathematics and do it quickly. Thank you for watching the channel. Remember to like and subscribe. It really supports the channel, and we shall see you on the next one. Bye-bye.